So what is Codela? In brief, Codela is a code-based composition tool designed to work with and for teachers in an ELA classroom. It takes the writing that you and your students are already doing and gives the ability to incorporate new ideas, share their content, and infuse computational thinking practices. What does Codela do? Codela offers a range of HTML templates students can use to compose web documents like presentations and reports with varying focuses and intentions. With Codela, students learn to work directly with code snippets, arranging and manipulating these block-based elements for their own specific purposes. But my students don't know how to code, and that's okay. Simply by working with code, your students will learn how the code connects these elements together into a system, not just a collection of elements on a web page. To be clear, when students use Codela, they are not coding or programming. Instead, they are learning how to read code and how to work with it. Some of your students might even liken these activities to hacking. But I can't teach them how to code. We don't expect you to. Codela makes learning to work with code simple and instructive. To do so, we use hidden code comments in HTML that provide directions for students. These comments also help students think about important issues related to digital composing, including usability, accessibility, equity, diversity, security, and privacy. Think of these comments like context clues. They give clues and information as to what something means or what a piece of code does. But why should my students work with code? This connects back to the idea of coding literacy. Everyone who uses digital technology has some experience with programming, whether they've thought about it this way or not. You don't need to be a hacker or a coder, a computer whiz, or a game designer. You probably didn't think of these experiences as programming, but in fact, that's what you're doing every time you interact with most digital devices. Codela addresses 4 aspects of coding literacy. First is confidence working with code. Code phobia is real. We found that students who use Codela express a desire to learn more about code, including other coding languages. This can be vital to exposing students to computer science and increasing interest, especially in the demographics that are underrepresented in STEAM. Participation in discourse communities. Students will learn to find coding resources to support their learning on their own. Rhetorical awareness. Students will not only learn what the code is saying, but they'll also figure out what it is doing. Rhetorical agency. Students will begin to seize control and regulate the code-based tools and technologies that have become so central to our everyday lives and are a huge aspect of their future. Coding literacy is great, however, we're ELA teachers, so what does this have to do with us? Confidence working with code translates to confidence in writing. While students are coding, they can also gain confidence in their writing. Just like code phobia is real, we see a pause in many of our students when they're writing. Offering a new and exciting way, in this case, writing through coding, can invigorate those students and get them more involved. Participation in discourse communities translates to research skills. Through the process of having to find alternate resources for their coding troubles, students are learning and practicing skills like finding information in a text, researching topics, and finding reliable sources. Rhetorical awareness translates to context clues. Through coding, students are utilizing context clues to identify what the code is saying and interpreting what they find to look deeper into structure and purpose. We have already learned about how computational thinking skills are relevant and prevalent in our ELA practice, and we can solidify these skills while also helping instill our students with a basic level of computer science knowledge. This knowledge is an important component of digital literacy, yet many of us don't know much about code or even how the internet works. Alongside of computer science knowledge, students can connect what they are doing to aspects of ELA, depending on how you choose to utilize the platform. Students could use it as a digital storyboard to write a creative work using digital storytelling, or display a personal narrative work. They could use it as a project report or a book report format. The possibilities are endless, and Codela can be adjusted to fit the needs and interests of your classroom.